just happened?
I know. It's like I lost my spot.
Apparently I just joined a different group.
You're just winning.
I just joined a different group.
Good morning, everyone. Please remain standing while Rachel Pomerantz, a graduate alumnus of the Department of Music, leads us in singing the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Would all active and reserve military personnel, both U.S. and international, please continue to stand while everyone else takes their seats? Thank you for your service to your countries. So again, good morning, everyone. I am Ann Artis, and I have the privilege as well as the pleasure of serving as the Senior Vice Provost for Graduate and Professional Education at the University of Delaware. Welcome to the 2017 Doctoral Hooding Convocation. We are recognizing today doctoral candidates from all 7 of our colleges who have completed or will have completed their degree requirements between August 2016 and August 2017. Graduate education and research training at the doctoral level is truly a global enterprise, and today's participants, who hail from the 32 countries that you see represented on the screens, are a very typical sampling of UD's current graduate community. Each and every one of the students who will walk across this stage with their faculty advisors this morning has made great personal sacrifices to reach this important milestone in their lives and their academic careers. Their words of thanks to family members and friends, faculty mentors and colleagues were projected on the big screens prior to the beginning of today's processional. I take a moment now to give my own shout out of appreciation to the families and friends who have traveled from great distances to be here today. Thank you. Thank you very much for supporting these wonderful students throughout the long journey of discovery, self-discovery, as well as scholarly discovery and knowledge production called the PhD, which has brought them here, little old Newark, Delaware, so very far from home. Our new president, Dennis Asanis, will now offer today's convocation address. Dr. Asanis is the 28th president of the University of Delaware, and he has advised more than 60 doctoral students and 150 master's degree candidates, as well as hundreds of undergraduates over the course of his very distinguished career, first at the University of Michigan and then Stony Brook, and now we are fortunate to have him here. He's a passionate and tireless advocate for graduate education, for its centrality to and its integrative functionality for the university's research and educational mission. Please join me in welcoming him to the podium.
Thank you, Ann. Good morning, everybody. What a gorgeous day to graduate. Not only the weather is fantastic, but today it is also my wife's birthday. Happy birthday, Eleni. I want to welcome you to our doctoral hooding ceremony, especially our provost, Domenico Grasso, our deans, and our distinguished faculty members. Also, welcome to all of the loving families and friends and proud alumni who've joined us today. Speaking from experience, I can tell you that the support and encouragement you provide are absolutely invaluable. And finally, welcome to our graduating students. Let me be among the first to use the title and say, congratulations, doctors! You've earned this moment, and you should be very proud of what you've accomplished. You've earned the highest degree awarded in academia, the kind of degree held by fewer than 2% of the American adults. But with great privilege comes great responsibility. Your journey and lifelong service to your societies and world is just beginning. You're starting a new phase of work, one that focuses on the creation of new knowledge to help address the complex problems of our world. This is true whether you work in basic or applied research, whether you work in the arts or the humanities or the sciences, whether you work in a lab or a classroom or the community, whether you remain in academia or whether you pursue a career in the private, government, or non-profit sectors. You're now leaders in the never-ending quest to increase human understanding. If we imagine knowledge as an island in a sea of unknowns, then even as you expand the island, you create even more and more coastline to explore. Your quest for new knowledge finds its highest purpose when it enriches lives, strengthens communities, and helps us create a better world. As you live here today and embark on this journey, I want you to be guided by the values that you learned at the University of Delaware. Specifically, I want you to remember the power of innovation and the promise of engagement. These are critical pathways to help us leap into a brighter future. Innovation is a fundamental element of excellence in higher education. It's important for every student here, from the undergraduate to the doctoral level, to become explorers, creators, and innovators in their fields. Our world needs a constant flow of new ideas, new ways of doing things and looking at things, new solutions to all problems, and new questions to help illuminate our path to the future. Innovation means new processes, new products, new services. Creativity, discovery, and innovation provide the power to drive our society and an economy forward. Innovation is essential in engineering and the natural sciences, of course, but also in the social sciences, the arts, and the humanities. Consider the challenges facing many of our communities today: poverty, crime, drugs, access to good education and health care. None of those problems will be fixed in a chemistry lab or with a new smartphone app. It's going to take innovation in the fields of public policy, sociology, psychology, communications, and so many more. At the same time, we need you to be engaged with the world. Engagement means we're doing the right thing, and we're going to apply our knowledge, our creativity, and our civic commitment to the critical challenges facing people in our communities and around the globe. Engagement is the promise we make to others in society, that we will listen to them and let their needs inform our research and scholarship. It is also crucial that you engage with each other and collaborate across disciplines and cultures. As smart as you are, you'll never have a truly comprehensive picture of a complex problem like climate change or race relations. Collaboration breeds innovation and helps you open new doors of inquiry and understanding. Work together to go far. It's the only way to make real progress that endures and benefits future generations. Your goal should be to share the knowledge you've created in a way that gives meaning and purpose to your work. That's the promise of engagement. Combine engagement and the power of innovation, and you are unstoppable. As you receive your doctoral hoods today and begin this next chapter of your lives, let those values guide you in your important work. The University of Delaware is proud of you and your accomplishments. So again, congratulations, doctors.
Thank you, President Asanas, for those inspiring words. Our Provost, Domenico Grasso, will now present the university's award for Outstanding Doctoral Advising and Mentoring, which is the highest honor a UD faculty member can receive for their service in support of doctoral education and research training. Prior to assuming his current leadership role at the University of Delaware as its chief academic officer in 2013, Provost Grasso served as graduate dean at the University of Vermont. Like President Asanas, in other words, he has been deeply involved in graduate education for decades and shares the president's vision of its importance to UD's reputation and mission as a research university. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Grasso to the podium. And Matt Oliver, would you please come forward?
I will wait for Matt. Just stand right here. Good morning. It's with great pleasure that I present the Outstanding Doctoral Graduate Student Advising and Mentoring Award to Matthew Oliver, our Patricia and Charles Associate Professor of Marine Science and Policy. His student nomination letters were effusive in their praise of his teaching, mentoring, and overall interest in his students and their success. His students admire his great strengths as a scholar, calling him a superb scientist, collaborator, and scholar in a number of different disciplines. But their letters focused more on his strong attributes as an advisor and mentor. In his lab, Matt encourages teamwork, excellence, and open exchange of ideas, innovative solutions, and critical thinking. And in the classroom, his passion for sharing knowledge and helping others is just as evident. His students praise his dedication to their work, his generosity with his time, his ability to foster the talents of everyone in his research group, and his constant encouragement and feedback. Outside the classroom, Matt invites his students of all religions, cultural, and socio-political backgrounds to attend weekly breakfast meetings to discuss hot-button societal and political topics and social psychology in the context of cross-cultural worldviews of science. Obviously, this award was tailor-made for professors like Matt Oliver. And as provost, I'm especially proud that he is a member of our faculty. Please join me in congratulating him for this award and thanking him for his dedication to our students in this university. Give me a hug. You did a great job. I wish we had everybody like this.
Thank you, Provost Grasso, and congratulations, Matt. We'll see you back on the stage in a minute, hooding 3 students. Dr. Mary Martin, Associate Vice Provost for Graduate and Professional Education, will now offer brief remarks about the meaning of the doctoral hood before I invite the deans to introduce themselves, hood their college's degree candidates with the help of the student's faculty advisor or advisors, and then also assist me with recognition of this year's Outstanding Dissertation Prize winners. So, Mary.
Good morning, everyone. What does it mean for the wearing of the doctoral hood? The tradition is that a candidate for the doctoral degree should not wear the hood of the degree unless it has been officially draped by one who holds a doctoral degree and is given to the new doctoral degree candidate. It is to signify the passage of scholarship of those who achieve the highest degree offered by an institution of higher learning. Participation in the doctoral hooding ceremony today affirms the right to wear the hood and the gown with the 3 doctoral stripes on the sleeve. I invite you to visit the graduate website, where you will find a formal description of the meaning and history of the academic regalia at our university. Also, we have shared on the website all of the thank you messages that you degree candidates have expressed to friends, faculty, and staff, and family. On the monitors here in the tent, you will see all of the wonderful positions that the candidates hold or have accepted. The candidates have also provided light remarks to share during the ceremony about their varied experiences, their philosophy, and the meaning of the significance of this day in their lives. We will now begin the ceremony to hood the candidates for the degree and to present the diplomas. Dean Rager will present the candidates for the College of Agricultural and Natural Resources.
Thanks, Mary. Good morning, I'm Mark Rigger. I'm Dean of the College of Agriculture and Natural Resources. Our college is engaged in finding solutions to one of the world's grandest challenges, feeding the world while protecting the planet. For more than a century, our research has enabled food production to not only keep pace with an exponentially growing population, but to do so on a smaller footprint with progressively less environmental impact. As newly minted scholars in your disciplines, your challenge is to define the next few decades of creative discovery that will sustain food production while conserving our natural resources as we add another 2 to 3 billion people to the planet. You have been well prepared for this challenge by your faculty members and your own tireless efforts while completing your dissertation research. Your future is indeed bright. Degree conferrals in agriculture and natural resources have increased in recent years, but not fast enough to keep pace with workload demands. Industry alone can employ all of the new PhDs in agriculture and natural resources across the nation, not to mention many openings in government agencies and, of course, academia. There's ample opportunity for you to have impact wherever your career takes you. So on behalf of the college, I'm proud to welcome you to the community of scholars, and I wish you success as you embark on your own journeys of scientific discovery. The world is counting on you. Will the PhD recipients in the College of Agriculture and Natural Resources please approach the stage?
Adrian Scherer. Between Adrian's parents, her children, and now her niece, her family has 12 degrees from UD. She states this probably would have been easier at age 29 than 49. Remember, they told me these comments. Daniel Nesco. Daniel Nesco, bioinformatics and system biology. You're telling me, he said, that I can get a PhD, but they won't let Pete Rose in the Hall of Fame? David Ingber, entomology and wildlife ecology. Over the years, the insect species that I have worked with have gotten progressively uglier, which doesn't bode well for my future endeavors. Holly Walker. Holly remarks that she never imagined that she would make it this far, and sometimes she still can't believe she has. Holly, you've made it. Jingwan Jin, Plant and Soil Sciences. States that her advisor, Amy Schober, is the best from when she was a master's student in Florida to all the way here at UD, and now she is finally going to get rid of her. Audrey Gamble, Plant and Soil Sciences. Audrey has joined the Academy as an assistant professor at Auburn University. Dean Watson will now join the podium to present the students in the College of Arts and Sciences.
Good morning. George Watson. As Dean, it's my great pleasure to welcome and recognize the students receiving PhDs in the College of Arts and Sciences. Our college is the largest at the university, and we offer 17 distinct PhD programs across the humanities, social sciences, and natural sciences. This year, we're conferring 128 new PhDs. As a major research university, we're in the business of creating and disseminating new knowledge across a wide array of disciplines. Our disciplines advance through the original scholarship of our faculty and their students, and your doctoral research is a key part of that. We work to ensure not only your personal transformation, but that your research transforms your area of study. Our reputation as a university depends in large part on your success, both here and in your future endeavors. Now, many of you may regard this weekend as the time that you celebrate your last graduation ceremony. But for those of you who go on to academic careers, you'll find that one of the chief pleasures of the academic life is that you continue to be involved in graduations from the perspective of proud advisors, teachers, and some of you administrators. And so with sincere pleasure and pride, I congratulate you on your achievement, and I welcome you to the growing body of our college's graduate alumni. Would those students receiving PhDs from the College of Arts and Sciences please come forward?
Leading the procession of Arts and Sciences doctoral candidates today are winners of 4 of the university's 6 awards for outstanding dissertations. Francine Kubaski, Biological Sciences, is this year's recipient of the Theodore Wolff Prize for the outstanding dissertation in the physical and life sciences. Francine's dissertation research, supervised by Dr. Erica Selva, describes 2 ways to evaluate disease progression in a rare genetic disorder known as mucopolysaccharidosis, MPS. MPS is caused by the body's inability to produce certain enzymes and can cause severe developmental disabilities. By the time symptoms emerge, considerable damage has already been done. Francine's research was done in the lab of Dr. Shunji Tomatsu at Nemours Alfred I. DuPont Hospital for Children. In a letter of endorsement, Dr. Tomatsu said, her work will significantly improve current patient care, reduce morbidity, mortality, and public health care costs, and it has great potential in aiding development of new therapies such as gene therapy. Robert Mason, head of clinical biochemistry in the Department of Biomedical Research at Nemours Center for Childhood Cancer Research, said Francine's work will have a direct positive impact on the lives of patients who typically have lifelong medical issues. Data presented in this dissertation provide a new method that can be incorporated into a newborn screening that will identify babies with MPS. This will enable treatment prior to onset of the irreversible symptoms that are currently the primary mechanism of identifying affected individuals. Congratulations, Francine. Faith Okpotor, Political Science and International Relations, is this year's recipient of the George Herbert Ryden Prize for the Outstanding Dissertation in the Social Sciences. Faith's dissertation is entitled Electing Violence, Post-Election Violence in Africa. Supervised by Dr. Gretchen Bauer, it focuses on the post-election violence that plagues a number of African nations that have been making the transition to democracy. Faith provides an explanatory framework for understanding why this violence occurs and policy implications for mitigating it. As part of her research, she pursued 5 months of intensive fieldwork in Nigeria, Ghana, and Ivory Coast. Recent elections, you may recall, resulted in little to no violence in Ghana, but civil war erupted post-election in Ivory Coast. Faith interviewed political party leaders, party activists, campaign officials, party foot soldiers, former combatants, and others. Ms. Okpotor is by any measure one of the strongest PhD students we've had in our department. David Redlosk, the new chair of the Department of Political Science and International Relations, wrote in his nomination letter. Underscoring that excellence, Faith won external support for her research and writing in the form of prestigious fellowships from both the National Science Foundation and from the United States Institute of Peace. Her recommenders for this award also note that she is a talented and highly trained teacher and describe her as a remarkable young scholar with a very promising career ahead of her. Congratulations, Faith. The Dan Rich Prize is awarded to a student who has, through their doctoral work, developed an idea and created the potential to make a valuable difference in the lives of Delawareans. This year's Dan Rich Prize recipient is Tanya Whittle, Sociology. Supervised by Chrysanthi Leon, Tanya's project, entitled Constructing Prisoner Reentry, Service Providers' Roles and Perceptions of Law, Justice, and Fairness, analyzes the service providers who work with people leaving prison. These reentry service providers, as she calls them, are not just probation officers. They are case managers working with health, housing, and employment agencies that serve returning citizens. Tanya is described by one of her nominators as an innovative socio-legal scholar. She has created conceptual tools and a model that bridges divergent literatures within law and society and criminology. To complete this research, Tanya conducted 35 in-depth interviews, job shadowed for 120 plus hours, and engaged in observation work for well over 140 hours, examining pre- and post-release corrections and reentry assistance programs. Congratulations, Tanya. This year's winner of the Wilbur Owen Seifert Prize for the Outstanding Dissertation in the Humanities is Nicole Cook. Her dissertation, supervised by Professor Perry Chapman, is titled Godfriedus Schlacken, Desire and Intimate Display. A Dutch Golden Age painter, Schlacken invented a new genre of painting, the candlelit scene of intimate conversation and seduction. In a studio at night, an artist and his model study an antique sculpture, or in a darkened bedroom, a young man offers jewels to the object of his affection. In their day, these pictures simultaneously pushed the boundaries of propriety and advanced notions of intimacy and introspection. Nicole's dissertation puts Schlacken and his paintings at the center of a bold examination of the ways in which early modern viewing and reading practices were intimate, private, even secret. She also sheds light on how Schlacken crafted and romanticized his image as a painter of night through alluring candlelit self-portraits. And she did this while working full-time first at the Leyden Collection in New York, one of the world's most significant private collections of 17th century Dutch paintings, and then currently at the Chemical Heritage Foundation. One of her recommenders for this award, David Stone, who stands with her today, director of the curatorial track in the PhD program in art history, referred to Nicole's project as a breakthrough work of scholarship. He went on to describe her dissertation as that rare bird, a carefully researched, beautifully written piece of scholarship that is a joy to read, thought-provoking, and while rooted in archival documents and past literature, is unafraid of trying out experimental, even controversial interpretations. Congratulations, Nicole.
One second. Samantha Penta. Samantha firmly believes in the power of science to bring about positive change in the world. Emmanuel Balagun. As a first-generation underrepresented BA, MA, PhD, his goal as an academic is to give more than he received. Victoria Sanchez. During her graduate studies at UD, she was part of a nationally competitive synchronized figure skating team and won several national and regional medals. Thomas Carr. Growing up, Tom disliked school, with the exception of science classes, and never really wanted to continue into college. How ironic he finds himself having spent more than a decade of additional schooling after high school, and now is adding law school in addition to his PhD. Richard Davis. He once inadvertently foiled a bank robbery. They ran a red light and crashed their getaway car into his. He says, just doing his civic duty. Sai Sarad Kalburgi. Sai's dad is a PhD and his mom is an MBA. To keep them both happy, he earned both a PhD and an MBA here at UD. Sherry Schwarner. Sherry shares that the adversity of the generation that currently facing is unprecedented, but our dreams and those dreams of future generations depend on our action. Archana Sidham. She hopes her research will lead to solving the leading cause of blindness worldwide. Yichin Wang. "5 years ago, he came here all alone, knowing no one. 5 years later, and due to the support of faculty and friends, she is proud to be a blue hen." Tiffany Racco. "A wise colleague once said to me," she says, "don't worry, nobody ever dies from art history." Rachel Zimmerman. Rachel has a special guest in the audience, her 4-week-old son, who may be screaming at the moment. Emily Casey. Emily is going to be a professor of art history at St. Mary's College of Maryland. While she was at UD, she also became a certified instructor of yoga. Amy Torbert. Amy's dissertation has been supported by 12 fellowships awarded by institutions and foundations in America and Europe. Yishan Duan. He says, life is short. Try to live to the fullest because you will be dead a long time. Faye Gale. Thanks to the University of Delaware for providing support, sufficient resources, and facilities for us to explore one research topic after another. Mackenzie Lauro. I met the loves of my life in graduate school, biochemistry, and fellow PhD student Joseph Smith, who is also graduating today. Chin Wen Rao. She came to UD from Taiwan, has made wonderful friends, and increased her passion for science. Yibin Wang. What a great story for Yibin. From the rural farms and farmlands of China to a PhD in chemistry. Anna Murphy. Anna is continuing her education as a postdoc in San Francisco. Sean Holmes. His work focused on nuclear magnetic resonance spectroscopy of solids. Yeo Yeo. She says, ideas not coupled with action never become bigger than the brain cells they occupied. David Hudson. Coffee tastes best with friends. Gabriel Andrade. He is the last of 4 brothers to receive a postgraduate degree. Mom, you've done an amazing job, and none of this could have been done without you. Jennifer Eddy. By obtaining this degree, I hope to share my passion for chemistry with college students as an educator and a mentor. Rachel Pupillo. She's currently debating between 2 offers and just can't tell us today which one is going to be. Yi Li. He is continuing as a research scientist in the process chemistry field. Joseph Smith. Joseph is the first person in his family to receive a PhD. Joshua Ottaway. Joshua developed a novel algorithm for eliminating the contribution of uncalibrated interference. Yu Ting Hung. Her father is present from Taiwan for this special moment. Kelsey Cobb. She's a senior staff assistant at Selenis LLC. Peng Jun Tu. It's a dream come true to be called a doctor. Yu Wu is very proud to have 2 publications as first author on aerosol formation. Andrew Horan is accompanied by the chair of the department, Mary Johnston, as his advisor. Katie Daisy. I'm very glad to finally be graduating 9 years of college. It certainly took me a long time to get smart. Zhengmeo Guo. Life is all about finding yourself, challenging yourself, and being a better self while doing something to help others and the society. Ping Gong. Things behind a PH title are hundreds of days working until midnight, numerous sleepless nights thinking ways to solve problems and to correct mistakes. Jolie Blake. I am originally from Mexico, and surprisingly as it could be, one of the few graduate students that do not like Chipotle. Jesus Pescador. He is originally from Mexico as well. I'm correct, right? I am originally from Mexico, and surprisingly, he is also one of the few students who does not like Chipotle, because actually Jolie Blake was not the person who didn't like Chipotle. She was a semiconductor, but maybe they've been talking to each other. Okay. That's okay. Zarandi Saranda. The path to PhD is like climbing a very tall mountain. It is a hard journey, but the view from the summit is worth the trouble. Prashanda Subedi shared his office with 8 people, some of who like to have heated political arguments, some like to play the guitar, one liked loud music, and they were right in front of the only bathroom. That was tough. Nunu Martins. He was fortunate to have been born and raised on the most beautiful island in the world, Madeira Island. Mahmoud Alwijan. He has an identical twin who from now on will be fortunate enough to be mistakenly called doctor. Helena Adams. We all share with Helena the sadness of the loss of her advisor, Dr. Robinson, during the time of her dissertation. Jordan Howell. The most challenging thing about completing doctoral studies in Wilmington is that none of the coffee shops stay open after 6 p.m., which is usually when he sits down to write for another shift of writing. So he says he really had no other choice but to write in bars. Catherine Meyer. Catherine thanks her fur kids, Winston and Amelia, for being a captive audience when she was writing her manuscript, but also reminding her to take a break and get fresh air every once in a while. Michael Dickinson. He says, the countless hours in the library finally paid off. Christine Croxall. She wants to thank her family who cheered her along the way and who have nearly forgiven her for not becoming an engineer, a chemist, or a farmer. Nicole Bellion. She shouts out, visit your local historic sites and museums. Learn how they operate and what they need, and advocate for their importance to your community. Your card. Here's Satomi, right? Yes. Satomi Minowa. She really believes writing a dissertation was a pure joy. Shun Yu Sung. She has acquired a position as a machine learning research scientist. Jacob Rizak. He gives special thanks to all the students and staff in the math department, especially the staff, for always providing free coffee and pizza. Peng Shu. He thanks the University of Delaware for giving him this great opportunity to study here as a doctoral student. Teo Yuan. He says, changing a good advisor is very important for a PhD. Ki Jin, completing a degree in applied mathematics. Xiaoming Li. Some people say you should write for 30 minutes each day. Some people say it's fine to do binge writing for several hours in a sitting. In my experience, as long as there are new words popping up on the screen, there is no best way to write. Stephen Bigley. Stephen is proud to be an active member of Project Brain Light, a graduate student-led outreach program seeking to encourage STEM interest for historically underrepresented populations within Delaware and Philadelphia. Annie Tran. She says, for those who always patiently asked her, "Are you there yet?" I would like to thank them for their steadfast cheerleading and support. Tricia Chakraborty. Tricia is a behavioral psychologist. Elizabeth Caron. Her 94-year-old grandfather is here today with her uncle and other family members. Teresa Lind is from a proud Blue Hen family, as her father is also a graduate of UD with a master's degree in marine biology. Nabil Albas. The greatest moment in his life was winning a first prize at an international energy economics competition, which is the first time UD has ever won this prestigious award. Sadar Mohazam. He loves dreams and he's determined to achieve his dreams. Joseph Nyangung. I dedicate my PhD to my mother, who taught me that the most important virtue is gratitude. Kathleen Saul. She has done research extensively in India, in many lost villages, as to learn of the strategy of large-scale energy development. Yingsheng Sai. He is very happy his parents are here for the first time from Taiwan to be in the United States today. David Carras. This degree has allowed him to change from work where he donned a bulletproof vest and covered homicides in Trenton, New Jersey, to now writing laws and policy for the city of Wilmington. Ali Abedini. Ali was born in Iran, but he says Newark has been and will always be his second home. David Carter. It is a rare privilege to be able to take time at midlife and immerse yourself completing in learning and the pursuit of a new career. I now call forward Dean Weber from the Lerner College of Business and Economics.
Good morning. I'm Bruce Weber, Dean of the Alfred Lerner College of Business and Economics. It's my pleasure today to welcome and recognize the students receiving a PhD in economics from the Lerner College. Economists do remarkable research in at least three counterintuitive ways. They study scarcity in order to spread abundance. They measure costly transactional frictions and identify market failures in order to better allocate resources and raise living standards for all. They derive little utility from mere descriptions of economic behavior, but instead cherish analytical models of production and consumption and use them to derive rigorous insights into how individuals and organizations make critical decisions and interact in markets. All of us benefit from the policy insights and welfare improving recommendations economists provide. PhD graduates, the original scholarship in your dissertation contributes to the discipline of economics and improves the ways societies manage and use scarce resources. The Lerner faculty have worked to ensure not only your personal educational progression, but that your research advances your field of study and that you have developed as an independent scholar. Please continue to build on your successes here in your future endeavors. My forecast is that your parsimonious economic models and statistically significant empirical results will improve the functioning of organizations and economies and lift your personal utility as a result. With great pleasure, I welcome you to the growing body of Lerner graduate alumni. Would the students receiving PhDs from the Lerner College of Business and Economics and their advisors please come forward?
Kawin Zamajanet. From a backup dancer who studied chemical engineering during his undergraduate study to a student pilot for a national carrier, he never imagined that he would complete the PhD degree in economics. David Hunt. He said he would like to write an economics joke, but there isn't enough demand. Heo Liu. PhD study is like a romance story. Firstly, you feel excited, and then you must work hard and endure it with it, and finally, you get a marriage certificate. Shang Wu. He says his research was like picking fruits from multiple disciplines and blending them into a smoothie. Garrett Desimone. Garrett is now a quantitative analyst. Ada Odobasic. They say it takes a village to raise a PhD. Shenjing Mu. I will recommend this PhD program to all of my younger brothers. I now call forward the Dean from the College of Earth, Ocean, and Environment.
Thank you. Good morning, everybody. I'm Mohsen Beatty. I'm the acting dean of the College of Earth, Ocean, and Environment, and I'd like to present our graduates this morning. The work of our CEOE students that we are hooding today represents a snapshot of environmental studies as it is conducted on land, at sea, and in the air for the 21st century. They are the next generation of leaders around issues related to environmental science and technology and policy. Their dissertations have often focused on some critical society's grand environmental challenges. For example, electric energy technologies, offshore wind power, and economic evaluations of both, surface water sustainability, climate as is impacted by the ocean circulation. They have also sought to enhance our foundational knowledge so that we better understand, for example, river basin fragmentation, sea ice transport, and behavioral ecology of shark species. These students have worked on grants funded by National Science Foundation, Department of Energy, Department of Defense, and have earned to work on NASA fellowships, Denin fellowships, Sea Grant Awards, and UD competitive awards. They are going off to become assistant professors, postdoctoral fellows at different prestigious institutions, and environmental consultants. Knowing about the efforts of our CEOE students and hearing about their efforts of others here today fuels my optimism about the future. So I would like to offer my warmest congratulations to you and indeed to all of degree candidates here today. Well done. President Assanis, I present the degree candidates from the College of Earth, Ocean, and Environment for hooding.
Patricia Lawson. Patricia is a postdoctoral associate at NASA Goddard Space Flight Center. Sarmitha Chatterjee. She says internships and collaborations are some of the key factors to boost your success as well as her success. Margaret Christie. She said she knew when she came to graduate school she would learn more about diatoms, water quality, tidal rivers, but she never dreamed she would learn to use a bond saw and a riveretter and get a boating license. Bartholomew Wilson. We're happy to recognize him as he is a wildland firefighter for the USFWS and the Delaware Forest Service. Edward Carr is an environmental consultant. Joseph Shirazi thanks Dr. George Parsons for teaching him a new way to view the world. Danielle Halsey. Growing up, she wanted to be an equine vet, but combined her love for the ocean with animals and decided to do her research as surgery on sharks. Patricia Ryan. She says she wouldn't recommend taking a 27-year hiatus from school, but she is sure glad she did, and she is so happy to have returned and done this. I now call forward the Dean of the College of Education and Human Development.
Good morning. I'm Carol Vukolich. I'm the Dean of the College of Education and Human Development. On behalf of the faculty of our college, I offer a heartfelt congratulations to all of you PhD graduates. The ultimate goal in education and human development is to help people reach their fullest potential. This is the heart and soul of our college, and it is by no means an easy task. 1 in 5 children in our country lives in poverty, which puts them at risk for the development of social, emotional, and educational difficulties. 1 out of 12 graduates finishes high school unable to read a 12th grade textbook. Improving education and supporting the positive development of children, adults, and families is an enormous challenge. You will be called upon to use all the knowledge and skills you have gained here at the University of Delaware to help solve some of the most significant challenges that we face as a state, as a nation, and indeed as a member of a global community. You will be called upon to help develop solutions to society's most challenging problems and to work in ways to enrich the lives of all people. We, your faculty, are confident that the creativity, the analytical skills, the determination, and the persistence that brought you here today and will enable you to make a difference in the world. We know you are bright, we know you are competent, we know that you will make your generation the one that solves some of the most intractable problems facing our world. Congratulations. President Asanas, I am proud, very proud, to present the 2017 doctoral candidates from the College of Education and Human Development.
The first student recognized today in this college is Amanda Brooks Jennings, recipient of the Interdisciplinary Research Prize for the Outstanding Dissertation in UD's Interdisciplinary Doctoral Programs. Sorry, Amanda, you've got competition with the baby. Supervised by Elizabeth Farley Ripple, Amanda's research focused on the naive economic theories that children use to figure out resource allocation, also known as who gets what. Children's economic theories are incomplete and based upon their limited understandings of their own experience. Amanda's research shows how better curriculum design will help children develop theories more like expert theories. Amanda's dissertation research represents the pinnacle of what our interdisciplinary joint program hopes to produce, wrote her advisor and dissertation chair. Professor Kent Messer, director of the Center for Experimental and Applied Economics, noted, her dissertation research shines as an example of how to build upon the strengths of multiple approaches to develop a compelling understanding of her topic. Congratulations, Amanda.
Sarah Baxter. Her words of advice are, be flexible, plans can and will change, embrace the journey. Keisha Brinkley. Keisha shares that she has become a better scholar and approaches problems that she faces with new and improved strategies. Jack Owens. Through the work of his executive leadership portfolio, I have helped shape how response to intervention is implemented within the secondary schools in the Indian River School District. Nadar Makarios. He is walking today to honor his mother and bless her memory. She passed just a couple of months ago. She is his inspiration and his motivation. Linda Grusenmeyer. Linda has been fortunate to work with amazing researchers and graduate students there who were and are professional role models that she hopes to follow. Chanel Janzewski. She says, a wise old bear named Winnie the Pooh once said, rivers know this, there is no hurry, we shall get there someday. It may have taken me a while to get here, but golly, I really did it. Jonathan McAllister. A doctoral degree is only worth getting if you plan to use it in service of others. After many years with his cohort and professors, I can say with certainty that they agree and they live by that ethos. Joseph Pritchett. Completing his degree is the second most significant thing that has happened for Joe this year after the birth of his son Oliver in March. Kristen Taggart Bernarlo. In elementary school, she used to get into trouble for reading too much in class. I'd like a redo on that parent conference now. Jan Sutton. This moment is especially important to her as she shares this graduation date with her daughter, Hannah, who is also graduating with a Master of Science in Health Promotion and a certificate in graduate health care coaching. Hannah, we did it. Alicia Ream. I've been waiting for this day, but I have to admit there is a little sadness that sneaks into my mind. I never thought I would say this, but I am going to miss the library. Julie Weiss has become entrepreneurial. She is the CEO of Julie B. Weiss Coach and Consulting for educators, entrepreneurs, and parents. Nigel Kaplan. Nigel's parents are able to watch this ceremony today from their home in England. Lindsay Mance. My graduate training has provided me with a well-rounded set of skills to be both a practitioner and a researcher in school psychology. Jessica Rodriguez. She is headed off to a postdoctoral fellowship at the University of Southern California. Bring on the sun. Jill Campello. Dr. Vukolich has been a role model to her for many years. The example she sets through her knowledge, collaborative leadership skills, and her boundless energy inspires me to be a better educator. Allison Hooper. The most thing I learned through this experience was the importance of asking for and accepting help. I now call forward the Dean of the College of Engineering.
Good morning. My name is Tunde Ogunaike, and it's my pleasure to serve as the Dean of the College of Engineering. On behalf of the entire college, I'm delighted to congratulate the candidates for the doctoral degrees. The College of Engineering at UD, with a long and distinguished history, has been granting degrees since the late 1800s. In fact, the first PhD program at UD was started in my home department, Chemical Engineering. Our program's reputation is built on the successes of our alumni, a group that includes presidents of universities, CEOs of major companies, world-renowned professors, and inventors of such revolutionary technologies as the touchpad on the iPhone and the device that I have in front of me right now. This is the illustrious group that you will be joining this weekend. Our technological achievements as a human race to date have been truly breathtaking in their audacity, awe-inspiring in their sophistication, and are eminently worthy of celebration. However, many challenges remain, and dealing with them will demand even more daring feats of engineering. But I'm persuaded that you are all well equipped to solve these problems, and that you will rise to the occasion with a uniquely UD boldness and confidence. I'm now pleased to present the students from the College of Engineering to President Assanis for hooding in recognition of the completion of their degrees. Will the doctoral degree candidates for the College of Engineering please come forward at this time?
The first candidate to be recognized in engineering is Subramani Sukalingam, winner of the Alan P. Colburn Prize for the Outstanding Dissertation in Mathematical Sciences and Engineering. His dissertation project on the transverse impact of ballistic fibers in yarns was co-chaired by Professors John Gillespie and Michael Keefe. In this dissertation, Mani digs into the tiniest details of protective fabrics, such as Kevlar, to show how they respond under ballistic pressure. Using models, simulation, and unique experimental approaches, he predicts the progression of fabric failure with nanometer precision. Nanometer precision? The depth and breadth of his research work surpasses the levels in all but a few of the dissertations I've seen in my 30-plus years of teaching at the university, said Michael Santerre in his letter of recommendation. It is rare to find a researcher with Mani's combination of intellect, creativity, and hard work. Mani's work has prompted researchers at the U.S. Army Research Laboratory, Southwest Research Institute, Sandia National Laboratory, and Purdue University to study these mechanisms at micron and microsecond scales for the first time, said Professor Jack Gillespie, director of the Center for Composite Materials. His research is already having national and international impact. Congratulations, Mani.
Syed Mohammed Shafi Moratar. I want to thank my parents and siblings for their unconditional love and support in my life. I haven't been able to visit them for 6 years, but their thoughts and kind words have always carried me forward. Krishana Kapanen. 6 long years back, I came in as a young boy who was unsure about the choice of a PhD, but now I leave as a man with permanent creases of wisdom on my forehead and much less hair on my head. Teogli Gu. Teoli is earning 3 graduate degrees this spring, an MBA, an MS in finance, and the PhD. Andrew Baker thanks his loved ones who are here in attendance today from Pennsylvania. Michael Yeager. Michael is a true blue hen. He went to UD for preschool, undergrad, and grad school. John DeLuca. John is following in familiar footsteps. His grandfather was the first in his family to attend college, and his grandfather earned a PhD. Michael Vaughn. Michael is the second person in his family to earn a terminal degree. His father earned his doctorate at the age of 67, 19 years ago. Lifelong learning is in their blood. In Young Kim. We are so thankful that In Young was able to manage the health problems and all of the support of UD faculty and staff during the stressful health times. Matija Radovic. Just one more degree, and I'm done honestly. He has 3 engineering degrees, a bachelor's degree in education, time in law school, and in the MS program in UD in biomechanics. Sylvia Galvan Nunez. Sylvia is blessed for having her mom here today who came from Colombia to attend the ceremony. Faranza Atiki has done this degree as well as at the same time raising and being the mother of 3 young children. Omar Denomia. No project of this size can be accomplished without a great deal of support along the way, and Dr. Shoemaker has done just that. Patricia Chardon Meldona. She is going to be the first woman coastal engineer in Puerto Rico. Stephanie Burgess. She says, "I'll miss the UD Creamery the most." Eleanor Carlson. She was born and raised in Germany and never imagined graduating from the University of Delaware with a PhD, but she knows there is still more work to be done. Alan Fast. Alan has enjoyed bonding with the fellow chemical engineering students while singing in the German choral arrangements with the Delaware Sangamon. Nicodemus Galabrelasi. He says, growing up, I was never one of the smartest kids in the class, but look where I am. Michelle Calabrasi. Thought she would pursue a career in industry, but she's now changed her mind and she's going to become a colleague in academia. Daniel Green. Daniel's favorite expression is, "Don't sweat the small stuff." Melissa Gordon. Her PhD project focused on designing self-healing polymers. For her next self-healing project, she's taking a vacation. Stephen Ma says the PhD is about learning. Not only learning about your research area, but also about yourself. Andrew Tibbetts. He says, always remember this phrase from the late Jim Valvano, never give up, don't ever give up. Chad Greco gives a quote from Galileo, "You cannot teach a man anything, you can only help him discover it in himself." Morgan Urello, she also quotes Emerson, "Do not go where the path may lead, go instead where there is no path and leave a trail." Cameron Shelton. Cameron thinks he is only one neutron scattering accident away from getting superpowers. Edward Schreiner. He is thankful for many things during his time at Delaware, especially for never blowing up the lab. Ed is a coach of powerlifting also. He is a coach of a powerlifting club. Maura Coley. Thanks her parents for giving her another extension on the deadline to get all of her stuff out of their garage. Tyler Josephson thanks his professors for opening his eyes to the beauty of mathematics in chemistry. Lillian Josephson, husband and wife team. Spent 5 months in San Francisco on an internship and now develops anti-aging skincare products. Hee-Ji Kim. The process involved in getting a doctorate is never quite what you set out to do in the beginning, but is truly and uniquely your own. That's pretty cool. Emily Levy. A PhD is more about the journey than it is about finally arriving at the destination. Lisa Sawicki. She is hoping that the work she is doing will lead to the development of new treatments to prevent cancer recurrence. Robert Lovelet. Robert is continuing his work on solar cells at Princeton University. James Park. James is a postdoctoral fellow at the Institute for Systems Biology. Devash Radhakrishnan says my parents have made countless sacrifices to ensure his success, putting his well-being before their happiness and their needs. Li Wang. It is truly hard to say goodbye, but I know I should dare to explore the future like a fightin' blue hen. Ashraf Ba Rabo. Family and friends and relatives are here from all over the country and his motherland, Togo. You made it, you're right. Margos Portnoy. Now, Margot sent me his comment, but he put it in computer code and I couldn't read it. Priscilla Santos Moraes is Marcos Portnoy's wife, and she's also getting a degree in computer science. Can you help me read it? 2 PhDs in computer science in one family. Card. Your card. El Pinky is very happy to announce that her sister Angelica is here from London. Joseph DeRoba, I wish to tell my son Joey that if he tries his best, he can attain anything he dreams of, even a trip to Mars or beyond. Matthew Conkle. Thanks, Dr. Prather, for letting me live in your lab for 5 years without charging me any rent. Kasim Naba. He ran away from an obligated war in Lebanon, came to the U.S. working as a cashier for 8 years, and now he's a PhD student who played a part in developing the world's first IR scene projector system. Jamie Arteaga Molina. He is the first PhD in his family, and his mother and sister are within the audience, visiting for the first time in the U.S. from Columbia. Claudia Carrillo Puglisi. Claudia and her husband, Hoover, are both earning their PhD degree today, and with the same advisor. Chen Fu. He appreciates the Army Research Office, Army Research Laboratory, Intel Corporation, and the National Science Foundation who funded his research. Laura Galvez Sereno is returning to Columbia to be a research leader and to share the knowledge and wonderful experiences that she has gained from her UD graduate studies. Hoover Ruda Chacon. His mother and his wife's parents are in the audience today from Columbia. Jonathan Dickinson is considering a position in industry. Daniel Wolf. I never thought I would go from being single to engaged to married to having a child over the course of earning the degree. Pei Lin Yang. Pei Lin has run 9 marathons, including the Boston Marathon. Mohammed Ba. Mohammed is the very first person in his family to earn a PhD. Liang Gong. Her mother is here from China to celebrate today. Brian Sobieski. He has now achieved being Senior Research and Development Engineer at FXI Incorporated. Yin-Kai Liang. His research was focused on developing hydrogel materials as drug delivery vehicles for improved therapeutic efficacy in disease treatment. Ting-Ji Lo, PhD project focused on developing peptide containing biomaterials as drug carriers for the treatment of osteoporosis. Osteoporosis. Jingku. If you ever feel struggle during this journey, don't worry, you're just growing up. Sean Fudger. Sean is a materials engineer at the U.S. Army Research Laboratory at Aberdeen Proving Ground in Maryland. Sina Sultan Mohammed. The biggest price he's ever paid for the degree, he said, is the time he has to spend away from his family. And they are not here today, but he is thinking and hoping they are watching from home in Iran. Pepe Jin loves R&D work. I now call forward the Dean from the College of Health Sciences.
Good morning. My name is Kathy Matt, and it is sincerely my pleasure to serve as the Dean of the College of Health Sciences. Today we have the opportunity to introduce the PhD candidates for the College of Health Sciences. Our college offers graduate programs in biomedicine that focus on translating knowledge of underlying mechanisms into the development of new diagnostics, new therapeutics, and the creation of better health outcomes for patients and their families. In each of our programs, we create an in-depth research experience that enhances basic knowledge and shapes changes in the health of communities that is based on scientific evidence. Our college offers PhDs in applied physiology, in nursing sciences, in medical sciences, and in physical therapy. Today is actually a special day for us because we honor the first PhD graduate of our medical sciences program. We also offer an interdisciplinary biomes PhD in biomechanics and movement science, and that is a degree which we offer jointly with the College of Arts and Sciences and College of Engineering. It's truly a fantastic interdisciplinary PhD. I want to offer the college and to all of the students congratulations on your tremendous accomplishments. And thanks go also to the family and friends and your academic mentors who have supported you this long way on the journey. We wish you continued success as you move on to the next stages of your career. Would the candidates for the PhD in the College of Health Sciences please come forward?
Amelia Arundel. Now I can truly say I live soccer. Eat well, watch while eating, watch, sleep, dream, study, work. Is soccer all the time. Holly Silvers Grinelli. Having a baby in the third year of her PhD studies is an interesting concept, bringing forward an entirely new level to the term multitasking. Peter Cole. He has 3 degrees from UD, BS in exercise science, a Doctor of Physical Therapy, this is his second doctoral degree, and a PhD in biomechanics. Andrea DiCiani. She gained tremendous knowledge of hamstring injuries during her dissertation. Aaron Struminger. It took 4 years, 362 days, but it's a wonderful feeling to know that I have truly earned a PhD. By the way, he's a 4-time intramural champion at UD. Anastasia Sarkal. She will be conducting neurorehabilitation research to improve the quality of life of individuals with spinal cord injuries. Elena welcomes her fiance here from California and her parents who have come all the way from Greece to support her this day. Annalisa Na. To balance her life, she found a new passion in kickboxing. After a couple years, she's now a trainer, and she now serves as a kickboxing coach. Edward Marks. Edward is the first recipient of a PhD in the Medical Sciences program at UD. Beatrice Gaynor. Beatrice will now join the UD School of Nursing faculty as an assistant professor. Marissa Scibilia. She completed her PhD in 4 years, working as a full-time neurosurgery nurse and having 2 small children at home. She used summer and winter semesters to stay on track and get it done.
Congratulations, graduates. You hold the future in your hands, and we look to you for leadership at addressing the grand challenges of the 21st century and leading our world to a better future. I have 3 last requests to make of you this morning. First, please join me in giving your families a round of applause for supporting you in so many ways through the marathon of your doctorate. Second, please join me in thanking the staff of the Office of Graduate and Professional Education for their tireless efforts on behalf of all of UD's graduate and professional education students. Guys in the out there, team, stand up, please. I feel very fortunate to work with so many talented people who are such passionate advocates for graduate and professional education. And finally, stay in touch. Please stay in touch. We anticipate, we know that you'll stay in touch with your faculty advisor, but please stay in touch with the staff of the graduate office as well. We hope that you might consider being a near-peer mentor to a current graduate student, for example. Maybe sponsor an undergraduate or a graduate student intern if your new job allows you to do that, or even perhaps serve on your home department's advisory council at some point down the road. You are, as the deans have said today, you are part of the UD network of alumni now, and as you spread your wings and head off into all of the many adventures ahead for you, for each of you in your personal and professional lives, don't forget to look back and lend a hand to the next generation of PhD candidates at the University of Delaware. We hope to be able to count on you to give back and pay it forward. Now, would everyone please stand for the singing of the University of Delaware alma mater by Ms. Pomerantz. After she finishes, The platform party will lead all of us out of the tent. If you're not heading immediately and as quickly as possible to another convocation ceremony, I hope you'll consider joining us for a reception in Gore Hall, which is to the left. Thank you very much.
Hail to thee, proud Delaware, in loyalty we stand. We give thee thanks for glorious days beneath thy guiding hand. Full often will we praise thy name, thy colors proudly bear. We lift our voices now to sing, all hail to Delaware. We lift our voices now to sing, all hail to Delaware.